What's up? What's up, family? It's your girl Stephanie, aka Eating Hustle Bar. And hopefully my necklace ain't rubbing against the mic. But let's pull some cards. I am tired. My eyes feel tired. I don't think I'm tired. I think my muscles are just the muscles in my eyes. Wow, I was literally massaging myself and was thinking to myself that let me use this frustration because there was some frustration I was feeling about a particular situation. And as I was massaging myself, I was thinking, okay, well, maybe I could use this frustration to my advantage, you know, allow the frustration and the anger to help me to send healing to my body. And the first card that I pulled for this read is Alchemist in Training. So I know that may be hard to understand. However, I get it. But anyway, the second card is yourself needs to be fully inhabited, right? So that's basically about being truly authentic to yourself because you're an alchemist in training. And when you allow yourself to be fully authentic, accepting the emotions, sitting through it, sitting with it, also, again, like I say all the time, the best rituals are the ones that you come up with yourself, right? So that could be what I just said in the beginning. That could be a ritual that I come up for myself, you know. And then the last card of the read is know the difference between truth and shadow. When you fully stand in your energy, instead of trying to shapeshift into what people want of you, you can really see how they truly feel about you. Because you may just be getting their shadow as well. Because you're showing up in your shadow, which is, not your true authentic self. The bottom of the deck card we have is they are having a hard time and know that you can love them back to life. Your energy brings abundance. So you may have someone around you that's draining your energy that you need to leave or have already left. And Spirit wants you to know that they will return for a refill. They will return for more. But it's up to you to stand your ground. Against this person. Yo. Oh my goodness, y'all. The energy that came out, it gives this person hasn't changed. Right? Because we have hopeless. And then we have the healing card. We got the sipping card, which talks about rumors, gossip, being nosy, stagnant, We're just stuck, dead end, frozen. We got the masculine energy. Chaos, masked, and toxic. That mask, the hopeless, masked, and toxic energy has been coming out every reading. These people are hiding something. They want to bring chaos into your life. So again, I feel like I was onto something. Use the frustration to heal yourself. Place your hand on your body wherever you feel like you need healing or relaxation, and just send healing energy to it with the force and the anger of the frustration. you know, I feel like it's going to use the energy, channel that energy into something healing. Perhaps even this hopeless energy, right? But allow it to make you focus on just healing. And I forgot to tell you, the bottom of the deck card is lust. Okay, so there's energy here of greed or doing something by any means necessary and consider it. But all of this energy, remember the first card out is the Alchemist in training. Spirit wants you to know, yeah, they send in all of this energy, but this is an optimum time for you to fully step into yourself as we have become. Because remember, the second card is yourself needs to be fully inhabited. So now that we have stepped into our new self, we know the difference between truth and shadows. So somebody probably could have been trying to lie to you. They still on that bullshit again. And this could be family, friends, lovers. It don't matter. They know that you can heal them, right? They know that you can love them back to life. They know that your energy bring abundance. But they don't want to do the work. They want to continue to have you in a hopeless energy. Oh my goodness. All right, but we do have some good cards in the next deck that I have pulled here. So we have karmic ties coming out to clarify hopeless and healing. Okay, so you may have felt hopeless within a karmic tie. Again, this could be family, lovers, friends. It says, and it's the number 6, so this is about healing for me. The number 6 can represent healing. It can also represent, childhood traumas, reconciliation, or lack thereof. Okay, but it definitely, of course, speaks of someone that is really close to you, right? So I feel like you're coming out of a helpless energy and you're healing yourself from a karmic tie. This card says you are entangled in a karmic dance, replaying lessons that demand resolution. Look deeper. This connection holds challenge in both purpose, and I feel like you've learned you learned the lesson. That's the reason why the good health card came out here. And remember, I was just talking about um, alchemizing the frustration and all of the projection into healing. Every time you hear a message, perhaps from a, um, a reader or whatever, every time you hear a message that may be negative or that someone's sending energy your way, and if it makes you frustrated, use that. If it makes you feel any kind of way, do Reiki on yourself. But of course, alchemize it, right? Just immediately alchemize that energy. I love that. That's something I hadn't tried before. So again, y'all, we're on this walk together. We're discovering ways to alchemize energy together, the spiritual life is one that is a living word, right? It changes, it evolves. There's new things coming. Oh gosh, there's new things, new downloads that people get every day. So, but this definitely does have to do with a lover, because the lover cards did come out. So I do feel like this definitely has to do with a romantic partner, though the lover's card could also represent family and close friends. We got the Seven of Swords. So yeah, there was definitely some lies and deceit, but we just got the Strength card out here. So you are overcoming. You have overcome. And you have a new beginning here. So that's another reason why Spirit wants you to find different ways, or just try a lot of different things to see which is most effective to help you to quickly alchemize that energy. Whatever it is, whether you do a write, burn, and release, whether you just journal and write it out, if you sing it out, maybe you can write a quick song and just sing it out, or play a song that you know that could help you. But that's what that sipping card is. I like it, okay? Rumors. It says rumors, gossip, nosy. That's the reason why you got people being nosy and gossiping about you, because you cut those karmic ties to them, and now they're stagnant. They're about to enter a stagnant energy. They done hit a dead end. They're frozen, or this is what they could be trying to plot for you. But again, to clarify that, we have good health, which is a number 34. So March 4th could be significant. April 3rd could be significant. You could be 34 years old, but this is a very, hey, you're alchemizing it. You're an alchemist in training, right? Or I actually feel like you're already an alchemist. Okay, you're already an alchemist. You could be. Other than that, we're gonna stick with the card that you're an alchemist in training, because you're trying new things. You're an alchemist, but I feel like you're just in the lab and you're seeing what is going to work the best to get you to, again, like I said before, to get to your destination of peace faster and faster and faster, just like with the spiritual journey. As you evolve, you may face the same trials and tribulations, but you overcome them quicker. And overcoming is one of the clarifiers that came out here. But I love this. I love that. Okay, well, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there when we get there. Okay, but you're moving on to calmer waters. I love it. We got the Six of Swords out here and the Two of Wands, baby. Okay, clarifying the sipping and the stagnant. So, okay, if anybody trying to plot on you or trying to block you, baby, again, you just alchemizing that energy. You are moving on to calmer waters, and your ships are coming in. So you're going to be in good health in every area of your life. You just got to keep pushing. Okay, the good health card says your commitment to wellness is paying off. Keep making choices that support your highest well-being. Your health is on the rise. Period, poo. Your health is on the rise. You got some people trying to stagnate that energy by bringing in drama, as we do have the Five of Wands coming out, trying to bring in drama, arguments. Which what is that? The toxic card says arguments, drama, incompatible. Right? But again, people are just showing you their incompatibility with, how you guys are not compatible, because they don't know how to handle situations, and they're only mad because their heart is broken. Why is their heart broken? Because you cut that karmic tie. Because we got the Three of Swords here in reverse. They're sad, they're upset, and they want to project that onto you. But you got good health coming, right? You've broken out of the chains that held you stagnant. And you're about to give birth to something new. You're about to take action with this masculine energy here, and you're going to give birth. Yeah, it may be a little chaos, but the give birth card is a number 8, which can represent abundance and karma, right? So you taking action on giving birth to the goals that you have. You're going to also alchemize this energy to bring you closer to your higher self, to your spirit team. Because remember, there is collaboration on the bottom of the deck, of bottom of one of the clarifiers. There is collaboration. So this could be with your spirit team. This could even be with new people coming in to replace those lover energies. Definitely a romantic situation where there was a lot of lust, but also, like I said, the lust card says by any means necessary. So there could be some family members that wanted to make you stagnant and hopeless, keep you in chaos, um, being deceptive and toxic to you. They wanted to continue to do that to you by any means necessary. They were lusting for um, downfall and upheaval in your life. That's what the chaos card says. And when it comes to your with a person, maybe person you thought was a soulmate, a lover, they could be an agent of chaos themselves. Maybe in a different way from family, but they're still an agent of chaos. The given birth card, let's read it. It says something sacred. Come on. Something sacred is being born through you. Whether through art, transformation, or life itself, you are giving form to the unseen. You are giving form to the unseen through your alchemy as well, perhaps. You are giving form to the unseen, and you are manifesting. Honor the responsibility and let this new beginning take its first breath. And everyone knows that when it comes to giving birth, it can be chaotic. Okay, it's one of the most chaotic thing a woman's body, you know, or anybody, humans. It's the most chaotic thing a human could experience. We know men can't give, birth to an actual baby, but they can give birth to ideas. And, there may be, again, a lot of toxicity. Again, the devil card has come out here in reverse, so there could be a lot of toxic energy coming around to try to block you. But the Ace of Swords just came out. You will be victorious. You will be victorious because this is part of your purpose and soul mission. And if anybody get in your way, Spirit ain't gonna be playing no games. Okay, what you're birthing. I looked at the bottom of the deck, y'all. It's the Empress. Isn't the Empress card always kind of always pregnant? I'm sorry, y'all. I think my necklace is hitting against this mic. But usually when you see the Empress card, she's pregnant. And then she's coming out to clarify giving birth. Exactly. You are the Empress. You are abundant, nurturing, giving. You are the Queen of Queens. People are trying to wish misfortune onto you with the Magician card here in reverse. They're trying to manipulate you because they know that you're a star. But worse, they know that you know that you're a star. So the last cards we're clarifying is masked, and toxic, just as I see the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck again. So yes, drama, arguments, they're gonna, all the stuff that these people tried to hide from you, all the deception, all of that is being revealed or has been revealed. But clarifying that energy is overcoming, which is a number 26, another 8. Okay, so karma, you're overcoming because you made the decision to heal. February 6th could be significant. Uh, June 2nd could be significant. Could be dealing with someone that's 26. You could be 26 or 62, 43, or 34. But yeah, you got these people off balance now that you've taken your power back and you have overcome their toxic ways. You you are still upgrading and growing and evolving and getting better and better, even though they have been gatekeeping stuff. They are so mad. They are unstable because you are rejecting their love. And we'll be meeting new love, which you're going to have these people in the Ten of Swords. But you ain't going to give a fuck because the Queen of Swords just came out. All right? Mind over heart. Mind over heart. You're not looking at this person with your emotions anymore. With emotions. Because when they did have your heart, they were lustful with it. They were reckless with it. Inconsiderate. So now now that you've alchemized that energy, you have a more keen discernment and you know the difference between truth and shadow. Like you've studied these people, so what you've learned, you're going to be able to teach other other people how to avoid it, how to overcome it. Okay? Collaboration card says great things are rarely achieved alone. When egos are set aside and mutual support takes the lead, extraordinary things can be accomplished. Okay? So, again, you're going to be releasing these people, definitely releasing your emotions from these people. And collaborating with your spirit team. Okay, and in this collaboration, you're going to be free from financial stress. And you also need to free yourself from resentment. Because you need to recognize that the resentment is what's been causing financial stress. The resentment card says, resentment is a quiet thief, stealing your joy and chaining you to the past. How can that not? And this is number 29, which is a portal. So resentment can be a portal to financial stress. Okay? Resentment is a portal to chains. And remember, you've broken the karmic tie chain. There's literally a chain on the karmic ties card. It says what you hold on to only weighs you down, not the one who wronged you. So you got to let that go. Stop allowing people to put their burdens onto you. And once you recognize that with the recognition card here, which is the number 36, reduces to a 9, 9 is completion. Once you recognize that, you can bring completion to financial stress. Okay, because the financial stress card says financial challenges are a mirror reflecting where realignment is needed. You need a realignment in the resentment you've been carrying. The flow of abundance hasn't stopped. It's waiting for you to step it onto the path where your efforts and purpose align. Okay? So once you recognize that resentment has been holding you back, it'll help you to cut ties with the cutting ties card here. It says not all connections are meant to last. Some bonds become chains. Remember, there's chains on the karmic ties card, right? So you're cutting ties with karmics. You're recognizing the karmic ties that's been causing financial stress. You're releasing that. And that's what is going to keep you from being held back. It says some bonds become chains holding you back from the life you are destined to live. All right? Because we had the Wheel of Fortune card come out in reverse in the last clarifiers. These people know as long as you held them in high regard and didn't, like I said, with the mask card is being revealed, when they were able to mask themselves, they knew that was going, as long as you didn't know the truth, you would remain blocked, stuck, and stagnant. But now that you know the truth, you've recognized where the blockages were, where you needed realignment. Once you recognize what was stealing your joy, because remember the 7 of Swords did come out, you were able to cut ties. It says it's time for you to cut the ties that no longer serve you. And with the Queen of Swords being the last card out, within some of the with the clarifiers, you ain't got no problem cutting it. You got the sword in your hand, one of the sharpest swords. And this, I feel like the Queen of Swords also represents you being really wise with your emotions. It's not that you lack them; you're just being wise about it. And as you make these changes and continue to evolve, you will be limitless. I see the limitless card here. And it says, this is your invitation to think bigger, dream bigger, because you have cut the ties. You cut those karmic ties and any other ties that were blocking you and keeping you chained down and held back from the life you were destined to live. So dream big, bitch. Y'all remember that? It's not a meme. It's like a reel or whatever. But it says the world has placed limits on what's possible. It's time to see for yourself what's beyond them. Go beyond the limits that the world has placed onto you. And remember that your isolation was part of the higher plan, as I do see the isolation card. But I like to think of it more solitude. All right. Because we have isolation and then the higher plan card. So after this era of isolation, which I think you're about to come out of, because in that isolation you put up walls, and that was just part of trying to protect yourself. But it's time for you to put yourself out there again. Okay, you don't want to cage yourself in. It says the more you withdraw, the harder it becomes to return. Do you truly want solitude, or are you afraid of what connection might bring? I remember all this was started with the collaboration card. Okay, so I feel like there's going to be an opportunity to collaborate with someone um, as well, that's going to uh, help release you from financial stress. And hell, you again, there might be a collaboration where there's a lot of money that comes to, again, to relieve you from financial stress. You may have some people that resent you for that. And also financial currency, that could be looked at as security in oneself, right? Two, because when money comes up in a spiritual read, it can represent someone's self-esteem, because that's currency. It can represent someone's health, because that's currency as well. Being in good health, so and where you can do for yourself, that's currency. And so again, people want to see you evolving in this abundance. They're going to resent you, but that's all good, because that just allows them to show themselves, so you can cut the ties and truly become limitless and not allow their BS to weigh you down. And I feel that's exactly where you are with it. Okay, so we're gonna shuffle. We're gonna get one angel card, just one angel card. Here we go, spirit team, and it is a number 11, Asalia. Okay, so Asalia brings contemplation. All right, she brings glorification of the divine. She also accompanies mystical experiences. She helps one to see things from a global perspective and an overall view. Okay. Um, as again, the collaboration card is here. So I do feel like this collaboration card could be a person outside of you, but it could also be one of these people you walked away from. However, again, you've compartmentalized them, because with the collaboration card, it does say, putting egos aside. You can't do everything alone. Put your egos aside, um, and allow mutual support to take the lead, or extraordinary things can be accomplished. And with contemplation being the first word out here, like I literally have a track that I made that I named Contemplation, but I made this track with said person that would fall into that lovers category, whether again it was an intimate, whether it's family or friend, they fall in that category. And so it is possibly going to be released on said person's project. And so that's going to require collaboration, but I have to put my ego aside, stand my ground, like I said, have firm boundaries, because that's the only thing. There's no going back. Okay, so I have to see things from a global perspective, or especially with the collaboration. See things from have an overall view of things. What's more important? Okay, try not. You got to release the resentment. You got to release the resentment, because you've already done the healing, family. There's no need for you to carry it, because it's not hurting the other person. You got work to do. You have ideas to give birth to, that is here to help. humanity. You got a mission, you got a purpose. You have overcome all the BS. You know the difference between truth and shadow. You know how to cut ties. You know what to do. But ultimately, you're so protected. I don't think you even have to worry about too much. Yeah, they're people. Some people may do some weird stuff, but that goes back to how to alchemize that. Good, figuring out how to alchemize it, coming up with your own rituals to alchemize it. It says contemplates from an elevated viewpoint, synthesizes information easily, which definitely gives alchemizes information easily. But also, this means you can read something and learn it real quickly, or receive downloads more um, efficiently or clearer, better. I don't know the right words to say, but you're synthesizing downloads e- easily. Maybe even interpreting dreams more easily. So we have pedagogue here, instructor or professor. I found out that pedagogue, I don't know if I'm saying it right, is Pedagogue, which basically just means a teacher, a strict teacher, um, but teacher nonetheless. It's a strict and boring teacher, I think. Because you just see things from a bigger point of view, and likely you don't want to play around. You don't play around with what it is that you teach people. So if they're not going to receive the information, that it might be something that you just cut ties with. But it says psychologists here. So Asalia is a really good angel to accompany psychologists, really help with that. Finds truth in little everyday things. Asalia brings revelation of cosmic processes. She also brings assistance to strategists, creative geniuses, and those who have a talent for planning. Okay, so if you need help planning something, Asalia here can help you, because remember, you are giving birth to healing for humanity. You're creating I feel like you are going to be the first to do this. Whatever theory or that you have, it's going to be the first of its kind. You're going to be the industry new standard, right? Usually some people will go to this industry for a particular thing, but you're going to expand the knowledge around that in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Maybe with an invention of a new style of doing something. But Asalia can help you form that plan. She's also assists with um, intuition, because again, so number 47, her number is a portal, okay, that allows you to go deeper into meditation. So definitely meditation can alchemize energy as well. So it's intuitive, balanced, okay. Asalia brings balance to you in chaotic energy. But look, it says radiates discernment. It says your discernment is receiving much more clarity, because what is Asalia brings the energy to help you synthesize information easily. So that includes the things that your soul discerns. It says radiates discernment and integrity. Okay. And also she assists with great interest in the esoteric. So if you read books about the esoteric, remember Asalia can help you synthesize that information easily. So that could also be downloads, or just you're gonna happen to turn to the right page in the book that's going to be like a missing piece of a puzzle, or just going to it's going to expand you. So, go pick up a random book, get to reading. Again, if you're frustrated, alchemize that energy and use it for healing with Reiki. Be your true and authentic self at all times, fully. Express yourself if need be, because you do know the difference between truth and shadow. Yes, these people, you may be surrounded by people who try to mask themselves, hide and conceal things, but you know the difference. You know when these people are telling the truth or not, because your senses are more alert. Your senses are more sensitive now. Okay, there's a layer that was blocking has been removed. So I don't know the right word. Your senses has upgraded. You know, your spiritual gifts have upgraded. So again, remember, call on Asalia to help you come up with a plan on how to continue to strengthen them, to utilize them in a practical way, um, and how that you could use them in planning for the future. All right, so I'm gonna end it right there. Hope that helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Love you all. Hope that made sense. I feel like that was kind of all over the place, but yeah, make sure you don't allow this person to return in the way that they once, the way return to you in the form they were in with the old you. You have transformed and evolved and mutated into a goddess or a god. Okay, you have become. Okay, so they got to come at you completely different, and they're not different. They have not evolved or healed yet. Okay, they have not. So you have to look at them mind over heart. You can still, like I said, associate with them. Need to release the resentment. Release the resentment. Truly release the resentment. Free yourself. Again, that doesn't mean, and forgive. Forgive yourself and forgive them. Again, that doesn't mean that you have to talk to them on the phone every day and be buddy buddy and go out. Don't mean that's not what that means. But you can have a true cordial relationship with these people. It's time for you to release the resentment. Accept them for radical acceptance. Have radical acceptance for who they are, and do what needs to be done. Especially, like the collaboration card says, great things are rarely achieved alone. When egos are set aside and mutual support takes the lead, and remember, it has to be mutual. Extraordinary things can be accomplished. Okay, so you don't have to be best friends to work together on a particular situation, on whatever. It's, as long as there's a mutual goal, right? And there's mutual support. And the new you is going to make sure there is mutuality in whatever dealings you may have with said person. Again, whether it's a lover or a family member or a friend, co-worker, a boss, don't matter who it is. So remember, Asalia can help you with planning, help you find the truth in little everyday things. Again, that makes me think of you, um, her helping you to find ways to practically use your gifts that has been upgraded. You have received an upgrade to your gifts, kind of like an upgrade on your phone. That's a good way to explain it. That's the way I'm gonna do it from now on. Easy. It should have been an easy thought, but Nevertheless, we finally got to the point or where we wanted. I feel really awkward and weird in this read, y'all, so y'all gonna have to forgive me if anyone listens to this whole thing, because I've been rambling a lot lately. Anyway, Asalia helps you to contemplate situations thoroughly and fully. You remember, she accompanies mystical experiences, so you may have a mystical experience in meditation, perhaps, while you're contemplating something, as you are testing out a new superpower of alchemizing energy into your hands and using that as Reiki to release tight muscles, to help the blood to flow, because the healing is in the oxygen and nutrients in the blood. And when the muscles are tight, the blood can't flow like it needs to heal the body, which is perfectly and wonderfully made. We just overloaded with stress and not enough stress balancing practices like massage, yoga, meditation. So again, releasing that tension, again, frustration from the chaos and the toxicity, the drama and the arguments these people try to cause, that causes tension in the body. So alchemize that tension out of your body. Pull that negative energy out your body, alchemize it, and then return it to your body as healing. Okay? Just hold your hand over a particular part of your body and then start massaging it. Okay? Set intentions for that massage and be healed by thine own hands, because you are fully capable. Yourself needs to be fully inhabited. So explore all of your gifts. That's what that card says to me. Make sure that you explore all of the gifts, especially now that they've been heightened. That's a good word. And upgraded. I like that, heightened. Okay. I couldn't find the right word that satisfied me, but I like heightened. And what I say, and upgraded. Because that message has been coming through in multiple reads as well, but I just, for the life of me, couldn't think of a good adjective. But anyway, you have good health here. Even though these karmics tried to stagnate your health, you're taking action even in the chaos, and you're giving birth to something new, and you're overcoming these people who are masked. You're overcoming this toxic energy. Okay, let me read this overcoming card. It says, the wall before you seems daunting, but you are stronger than you think. Remember, the strength card came out earlier, and I can't believe I didn't read this card. I was about to end the read, but this is the perfect card to end on. Overcoming. Okay, you are stronger than you think. Gather your strength, focus your mind, and you will move through it, leaving no doubt behind. Hello? You alchemist, you? Yes, it's lust. You got lust around you. You got people gossiping around you, trying to send blockage spells to you. They coming around you with all this chaos. They're hiding. They're coming around you with all this deception, trying to start drama and arguments. You're overcoming all of that. You're going to alchemize that, and you're going to use it to heal yourself. So your light is just going to continue to get brighter and brighter and brighter, because now you know that you're the star, because you are allowing yourself to be fully inhabited. Okay, you're not oh, it's the word I wanted. There we go, we stuck again. But you're not in a puzzle that's separated in pieces. No, you are no more. You have put all the pieces together. This last initiation gave you the last piece of the puzzle. And there are actually puzzle pieces on this collaboration card. Hell, you've collaborated all the pieces of you. Okay? And now you know the difference. Now you are really tapping into your healing energy and power for yourself. You're using that healing energy to help you to create and perhaps monetize your gifts. Asalia is going to help you strategize on how to do that. And yes, it does. The wall before you does seem daunting, but you will climb it. Okay? You are stronger than you think. You are stronger than you think. You are stronger than you think. Gather your strength. Focus your mind, your intentions, right? Focus your mind, and you will move through it, leaving no doubt behind. Leaving no doubt behind. You are overcoming these masked loved ones, masked and toxic loved ones. You are overcoming. Yes, it's daunting, but you're stronger than you think. You've already overcome them, I feel. Gather your strength, focus your mind. Wow, you have overcome that. I do remember the cards that came out. You have overcome this already, okay? Because the Ten of Swords came out here in reverse, but following the Ten of Swords is the Queen of Swords. You, their little low attacks didn't stand a chance, honey. Okay? They have no more access to your healing energy. You will be cordial to them, but it's a certain type of love that you would have to have for these people for them to have that added protection. But you've taken that back. You see that they don't have that same um, mutual love for you, so you've downgraded them to just associates, even if they're family members, or if it was a past lover, they have been downgraded to associates. That's a different type of love than, you know, an actual loved one or spirit guide or yourself. It's a different kind of love. Those that you know that can reciprocate that, you will love them like you love yourself. Right? But before, you was loving people more than you loved yourself. No, you're not doing that. You've evolved and you're standing your ground. With the Seven of Wands out here, you're standing your ground on what you know you deserve, and you're not taking anything less. You're just standing your ground in the power, the strength that you have, and you will move through whatever wall that's been trying to block you. You're going to move through it, climb over it, but one thing it's not going to do is keep you stagnant. All right, I'm going to end it for real. Hope it helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Love you all, and until next time, peace out.